Hi there, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share the Christmas tags that I made for this month. So if you're new to my channel, on the 25th day of every month, I share the Christmas tags that I've made for that month. So I make Christmas tags all year long, and it's a great way to use my Christmas crafting stash and to have some items ready when we get into the holidays. And I love making tags, so it's really a no-brainer for me. I love using my paper and my stamps and dies, and I love creating tags. So this is a great way to use my supplies, keep a little bit of the Christmas spirit alive all year long, and then share what I've created with you. So I'll start out by showing the supplies that I used, and then we'll take a look at the tags that I created. So to cut my tags this month, I used the Sizzix Tim Holtz tag collection die set. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that this is one of my go-to tag die collections. I really do love the traditional size of these tags and the shape. And so I used the largest one. I used 110-pound cardstock to cut them out because I love the weight. And I usually cut that twice because I want to have a layer on the back as well. But this is the tag die that I used. Now to cut the pattern paper, I used 2 dies from this Nesting Torn Edges die collection, another one of my favorites for a lot of reasons. I go back to this for not just tags, but for cards. And I love the shape of these. I picked them up on Amazon, so I can't tell you who the manufacturer is. But it's a great set of dies, and I used 2 different sizes here. Now I used some cut-aparts from this Evergreen Recollections 12 by 12 paper collection, and it is exactly that. It's evergreen. It's shades of green that are not just for Christmas. A lot of the colors could be used all year long, but the designs are really Christmas based. So they have that layer of almost like a moss green, a forest green, an emerald green, and then some pops of red. But the cut-aparts that I selected were primarily in sort of a muted gray tone. Some had some beige and some gold in them, and I just thought they were really pretty, very rustic looking, very farmhouse looking is the way I would describe this collection. So again, it's Recollections. It was a hot buy, and I'm not sure if I picked this up last year or the year before, but my first time breaking into it, and I used, as I said, some of the cut-aparts. It's Evergreen from Recollection, so if they bring it back this year, you may want to keep your eye out for it if you like shades of green and something a little bit different for a Christmas collection. Okay, my distress colors were, the only oxide I used was ice spruce. And then I used, in the distress inks, I used milled lavender and rustic wilderness. This milled lavender is a very underrated color. It's really beautiful, very soft, not what you'd really think of as lavender. It's very, very muted. It has a really pretty pink undertone. I love it. I used my Spectrum Noir glitter pen, and from Faber-Castell, I used one of my gelatos in gold. And I haven't used gelatos in a while, and I have no idea why. I think in revamping my craft room, I'm coming across supplies that I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I love them. Gelatos is one of those. If you're not familiar with gelatos, they're kind of like a lipstick. Look at how they look. They're the consistency almost of a thick lipstick. They go on like a crayon. They're very beautiful in their color palette, and they're very blendable. So you can use them in all kinds of mixed media. They're really pretty in journals and on cards. I like to use them as little accents, and I did that on the tags because this gold was really a perfect gold for matching along with some of the lettering that were in the cut-aparts. But Faber-Castell, you know, is such a quality company. I have their pencils, and of course I have, you know, like I said, I've got a full set of gelatos that I'm going to start breaking out and using more. So in addition to these, I used some ribbon from my stash, some of the new clear bubbles for embellishing, and then yeah, let's get into it and I'll show you the tags that I created. So here's a look at my first tag, and I didn't mention this before, but the tag size is approximately 6 by 3. So they're a good size tag, and as I said, I cut them out with that Tim Holtz die, and then I did my ink blending on the base. And you can see that some of that gold gelato around the edges, just touches of it, because I wanted to bring out a little bit of that gold paper that I added for a layering piece. So that's almost a matte foil paper, and I thought it was really pretty with the cut-apart. So this was one of the standard cut-aparts in that paper collection, but I used the die to cut it out because I wanted it to be a focal point on the tag. And then, of course, you can see that I added some of the Spectrum Noir glitter pen around the base of the skate here and the snowflakes. And hopefully you can see those clear bubbles that I added, which are my latest obsession. I'm just breaking them out on this tag. I like the size of these tags. I left them blank this time because I thought they would be really pretty to write a little greeting on the back. And then for ribbon, again, very simple white ribbon that I've added to the top, just to bring out the white in the skate. Each one of the tags has some white in it, but I really wanted to keep that sort of rustic farmhouse look. I didn't want to add a red or a brighter green. I love the muted colors in the cut-aparts, and I wanted to kind of mirror that in the ink blending. So that was my design there. The only sparkle is some of these little flat backs that I added around in other shades of green, just to keep that green tone going. So that's the first tag. And here's my second one with the very simple Season's Greetings in gold. Now you can see why I wanted to include that gold in the gelato and also in this background layer that I wanted to add there, just to make that gold pop. But I still love the simplicity of that, just the sleigh. Really, really pretty. And if I turn it, hopefully you can see some of that sparkle there too from the glitter pen. And then here's a peek at those bubbles. Aren't they really pretty? Just subtle, a little something. And then I brought in more green here with some additional little flat backs there. But just very simple tags this month. Again, I didn't do anything on the backs because when I'm getting ready to send them out, I can include a little note there. It's nice to even take double-sided tape and maybe put a gift card on the back as well, because there's such a nice size tag, perfect for tucking into a gift bag, as I often do with my tags. And these are just really fun, I think. And here is my third and final one, and it's the Let It Snow. Really, really pretty image. Just, again, that green, gray almost look to that background with the pine trees. I did, of course, you know, again, you can see hopefully the sparkle from the Spectrum Noir, and then those bubbles, and the gelato, just highlighting it along the edges, just to tie in some more of that really pretty gold. So they're simple tags. They're a different style, very non-traditional color palette, but just really, they sort of give me that warm, almost cabin, fireplace, rustic feel to them. So I thought it was really pretty paper and fun to use for my tags for this month. So here's another quick look at my Christmas tags for this month. I hope you enjoyed taking a look. If you're new to my channel, I hope you might consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.